Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Ledbetter with the House of Folk Art, and we are going to go out into the woodworking shop, and I am going to introduce you to the Highway 61 miniature chair maker.
Yeah, cool. All right, no problem, bro. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, pardon the mess out here because this is a workshop. Now I am super proud of this. What do you do? Look at this right here. Hold on, let me move this so you don't fall. What do you do with this right here? These are R.A. Millers, right? Look how they come, right? What do you do with them? Well, this is what I did. I built a frame. Look at all these cobwebs. I built a frame. And how are those on there? Did I screw into the metal? No. They're on there with magnets. Have you seen this?
That's smart.
Oh, wait. You want to move these around? I feel like somebody came out here and moved these around. Look at that. This is incredible work. This made by the Highway 61 miniature chair maker. Guys, I'm about to make some miniature chairs. The bug hit me while we were doing the podcast. And I'm like, I want to make miniature chairs. But what I have to find here is one of those 2-prong plugs that plug in to your outlet that takes it to a 3-prong. Because I got a 3-prong saw. It's a bus. Hey.
How'd it go?
I did good. His back was hurting.
So you told me you didn't know if you'd be able to do it.
I understand how his back's hurt because he was doing this and it takes a lot of core stability.
What did y'all talk about?
Picking.
Let me take a look at this.
Oh my god, he can do everything. He's Matt Ledbetter.
Can I bid call into this? The middle matter 35, the 45, the 50, 55, 5, big to 5. Yes, I can.
Hey, 100.
If you can juggle, I will sell that to you. Oh, it looks like he can juggle. I do you juggle, you stupid ass.
Oh,
I thought you could.
God. No, he doesn't know how to juggle. You can juggle 1 ball or 2. When you learn to juggle.
Oh, yeah, you juggle 2 and then you. Yeah, hold on.
When you learn to juggle, I'll sell you a blow Oscar.
That's a past life of mine. I used to be a performer, a street performer.
So I want to make a chair. What the did I just do to my toe? I got to get a plug to plug into the wall.
The only thing I f***ed up was the filming the chairs in his living room. We'll do that again because the mic wasn't on.
But I got to go to the auction at 11:20 to give a guy 2 pieces of pottery. So
Okay,
you want to ride over there?
Yeah, we'll just ride with you.
Let's handhold over there. You know, this piece of pottery right here. This piece of pottery is real special to me. Let me tell you the story about this. So I'm down in Edgefield, South Carolina, picking with my dad, and we're always looking for Edgefield pottery. So I go to the door, knock on the door, and I say, "Ma'am, I'm Matt Ledbetter here I live in North Carolina, but I buy anything old." And I say, "I'm looking for a piece of pottery. It starts small at the bottom and it bubbles out with 2 handles." She says, "Yeah, I got one down in the basement." So I'm jacked up. I'm like, "Oh, that's going to be a Dave. That's going to be a Dave." So we go down there, and it's a wash pot. It's a cast iron wash pot. It starts small at the bottom, bubbles out, and it's got 2 ear handles. I'm like, "Ma'am, no, this isn't what I'm talking about. This is cast iron. What I'm talking about is pottery. It's made out of dirt." She goes, "Oh, well, I just threw one of those out in the woods the other day. I was using it as a trash can." I said, "Please point to where you threw it." She pointed out there, and I could see it from about 50 yards away. It was laying on its side in the dirt amongst the trees, and I walked up to it, and there's nothing to this. It's not signed. It's just a good piece of... I attribute it to Collin Road circa 1830. I said, "Ma'am, I'm going to pay you $10 for it." She let me buy it. My dad's like, "Oh, hell, you can have it. I don't even want it." Nah. He's looking for the slip decorated stuff, so that's pretty neat.
I'll give you 20.
25, negative 30, 35, 45, negative 50.
3 nonstop.
Oh my God, is he good?
You don't know?
Will you f***ing reach out to him and see if we can do that deal?
Do you still have his number?
No, that was like 3 phones ago. That was like 3 phone numbers ago.
There are new phones.
3 phone numbers ago. We are at Postal Connections and we're gonna do our FedEx drop. I'm Matt Ledbetter with the House of Folk Art, and this is just the life and a day in the life of a 2025 auctioneer. This is what it's turned into, folks. It's not so much doing a bit about a 35 as it is boxing and shipping pieces of shit. Hey Dwayne, how you doing, buddy? Everybody thinks these boxes pack themselves, but in actuality, there's little elves sitting at our shop packing these boxes like it's Christmas. Why in the hell are these? Dwayne appreciates our business. What, you think these boxes pack themselves? I think it was a piece of jewelry. Oh wait, hold on. What do you think these little pieces of jewelry pack themselves? I'm Matt Ledbetter with the House of Folk Art, and this has been my life the last 10 days.
God, my hand don't stop shaking.
These are like 8 or 9.
Well, we just did our drop at Postal Connections. I'm Matt Ledbetter with the House of Folk Art, and my shipping day is over.
That is rad.
Yeah.
I used to look pretty good in my office. Bro, why would you do that?
Just making sure it's real. That's nice.
Sold.
Oh, those yours.
Well, guys, this has been a great Friday. We started the podcast off with an education on salt glazed pottery, Piedmont, North Carolina, circa 1880. We gave Sully an education on what to look for at Liberty. Then my dad popped over. We had a great session with him. He was up and down, spitting on the mic the whole night. Then we decided, let's go make some miniature chairs. But first, we had to go to the auction to take care of a guy. And then we just made the box drop off. Now we're going to go make some miniature chairs. We're going to catch up with the Gibsonville Highway 61 miniature chair maker.
Have you ever told anyone that that's you?
No, jokingly. Nobody gets it, man. It's got to be here. Go. Sometimes, like, this is the first time I've felt like making a miniature chair in like 3.5 years, and I'm not kidding. But it's in me right now. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna turn the saw on. I had to get this though. I had to get that from the shop, and I had to get this. And those of you that don't know, old houses did not have a 3-prong plug, so I got to plug the 2-prong so I can get my saw plugged into the 3-prong. And some of you might say, why don't you just change the outlet, you dumb? Because I'm a fucking dumb. I don't know how to do shit like that.
Do you think if people find out you're the Highway 67 chair maker that they're gonna be?
61, motherfucker.
But is it too early to reveal, or you think it's okay?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They're never going to be. I fucking took 30 of them to a show, and I priced them $15 a piece. You know how many I sold?
Really?
Yeah. 0. So yeah, nobody wants those chairs. The only way I would be able to sell those chairs if I was 83, sitting on the side of the road, and I had about 100 of them behind me, and I was just like this. $10. $10.
So why are you gonna do it?
And they'd beat me down to 5. Because I love it, man. You'll see when that bandsaw starts turning and that sawdust starts flying, there ain't nothing better than cutting out some little zigzags for my chair backs. And then painting them, man, painting them is the best part. It's my release, man. It's my release. Everybody, see, look right there, son of a bitch. You keep saying 67. Quit saying 67. It's the Highway 61 miniature chair maker.
Do you think just being around folk art makes you want to make folk art?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I don't give a about being a folk artist. I'm not trying to sell my shit, but I love making these miniature chairs. So I got the idea from Willie Massey. Willie Massey was making these chairs in like the 50s and 60s. And when you see one Willie Massey, it's like, when you see like 50 of them, it resonates that, oh my God, this was a guy who really thought he was doing something when he made these little miniatures. They're so freaking cool. And so one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to do this. And I want to jump back on the mics and talk about, here's how I want this to go. I want y'all to video me making, I make them like three to five at a time. I cut 3 seats. If I cut 3 seats, that's 3 chairs. So I cut 3 seats. I cut 12 legs. I cut 6 side rails. I cut, 4 or 5 back rails. And then, other parts. I do it all at once. I can make 3 as good as I can make 1. So we're gonna make these, but then I want to go. I've got about 30 that I made 5 years ago. I want to get them out, and I want to show you the evolution of me evolving from the very first chair I made to what it evolved to the first chair that I tried to polka dot. I put dots on it. Even the evolution of me learning how to actually get dots on a chair. I mean, it's not as easy as you think. You think, yeah, I'm gonna put dots all over it. Dude, you lay down about 30 dots, and then you're questioning yourself like, oh God, I only did like 1 leg. I got 3 more legs, a seat, and all the back to do. You know what I mean? So it's more to it than you think. When you see these pieces of art and you say, oh, I can do it, I can do it. No, my brother, it's harder than you think to actually sit down and make yourself do it. You could do it, but will you allow yourself to do it? My kids drank like 2.5 gallons of milk every 2 days.
Hey guys, so today Matt's gonna show us how he makes his chairs.
Kyle, why are we drinking every episode?
It's just 1 beer. It's nothing crazy.
So you got to film?
Yeah, he's filming.
All right, Sully, I want to show you something. You see this right here? See this? So Jet Ledbetter, 11-year-old Jet Ledbetter, he's a painter. He gets it done. I mean, Jet's good. When Jet wants to do it, he does it. That's his own creation right there, that dog. He sees this out. It fell out of a tree. He's like, Dad, there's this big root. He drags the root all the way over here, sits down, throws paint all over my carpet, doesn't even put... And I walk out and I'm like, Jet, what are you doing? He's like, that's my next painting. I was like, Jet, do you think I'm going to be able to ship this? This thing is like 17 feet long. He's like, Dad, no, just... I was like, let me cut it in 3 foot. So he's like, no, Dad, just let me... I'm telling you, let me. So this is Jet's next painting. I don't know what the hell he's doing with it, but we need to move it outside is what I'm getting at. Don't break it because he will kick your ass.
Put it on the wall at the auction house.
Well, I'm saying it. He wants me to sell it at the auction, but I'm like, dude, there's no way. I mean, you're going to cut your buyers down. You don't, I'm not going to be...
I'm just gonna put it in my truck.
This thing's getting heavy. So this is how I store all my wrenches because I don't have time to sort them out. Oh man, this is a real workshop, folks. I like this right here. I need to use that in a little while, actually. So you gotta understand, I didn't come up with this idea. What the I didn't. Willie Massey is who. So these two chairs are made by Willie Massey.
Just say it to the mic.
These two chairs are made by Willie Massey, an old black man. I think he was from Kentucky. Okay, so this is not a new thought. But this, for me, somebody being around a tremendous amount of folk art all the time. I mean, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of pieces every month. Different pieces cycling through the auction, right? The little miniature chairs is something that gravitated towards me. So this is one of my last chairs that I made. And I went through an evolution. We're going to talk about this on the podcast in a little bit. And I'll explain the evolution, but so I'm going to try to knock out some of these right here. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm self-taught on a bandsaw. So for those of you out there who are wondering, well, where do you get your wood? Well, I don't know. This is a scrap piece of 2x4, so I'm gonna start with it. All right, here. Let's make our. We're gonna make our seats. We're gonna make our chair bottoms first, okay? So I'm gonna cut a. I want my chair to be about. It ain't got to be perfect because it's fucking folk art. So these chair seats are gonna have a little line on them. These are gonna be some thick ass chair seats, but it don't even matter. We'll have a little curve to them, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's what that'll look like. Boom. There's my chair. There's my chair seats. Now I'm gonna make the legs. Now how do we make the legs? Don't ask me. I'm not a professional chair leg maker, but I know I gotta start with a piece of wood. Alright. I don't want no tips on how to use a bandsaw. I'm not that. Alright, so I gotta make a leg. I think I done out. No, I got enough. Maybe not. Have I cut myself? I feel like I've cut myself. I don't really like how this is going, to be honest with you. First of all, these chair legs ain't gonna be the same damn height, so we're gonna have to figure that out. They're gonna be close enough. I'm making fast chairs today. That's how we're gonna do this. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just doing it by the eye. I knew I was short. Fucking. I'll actually use that for chair backs. I mean, how the f did I get that exactly even? I can't hardly see.
Yeah.
All right. So I got my chair. I got my chair legs and I got my chair bottom. Now you sit here and you say, oh, well, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. No, it don't have to be anything. This is what I want to do. You get me? I don't like how this is going. All right. So basically what I got to get now, I need another piece of wood that I can handle. So I got to cut this down because it's too big. All right, here we go. All right, here's what I need now. I need to make see this edge right here? It's just whatever you want to do, right? So I'm gonna make a little curly cut here. Let's see what I can do. That actually turned out funky as f. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh shit. You can't see. I don't know what the f I'm doing. I'm about to cut my goddamn thumb off. So I picked all these straps up, and so this is what I make the chair back from. Get a piece that I can manage. Oh, that went in my eye. Oh, that went in my eye. It just started going in my eye. This is gonna be a crazy chair, is what this is gonna be. So just knock some of those edges off because it'll make it easier to paint. Trust me. It's hard to paint rough surfaces. All right, so we're gonna glue the legs up. I like to knock the stuff off the legs too. I mean, you want it to look. You don't want it to look too crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do. See, I think you'd play hard getting up with Willie Massey, watching him making chairs. That's one thing. I mean, this is very intentional. I'm being very intentional in what I'm doing. Like, I know that I'm making a chair that's going to get looked at one day and it's going to be crucified, right? And what I mean by that is, oh, I don't know. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, I think when Willie Massey did it, I don't think he knew that. Boom, look at that. Some kind of wood glue here, folks. I don't really know much about it. So that's it. It's a 3-legged chair. All right, pretend I had all that right. Now we're going to glue these on.
When's the last time you made a chair?
Oh, it's been 3 years. I've forgotten a lot, but I mean, I'm figuring it out as I'm going too. But I've definitely forgotten a lot. I mean, and what I mean by that, there's little tricks that you can do to make things easier. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've forgotten a lot of that. I mean, the first chair I made was a very simple chair. Well, this is going to end up being a very simple chair. I get these messages. Matt, still don't have my plate. Talking about some shipping. I'm sorry. Talking about shipping. I haven't thought about that one time since I've been out here making these. So I get how, like, somebody who really, really does it, like, all day, every day, I get how you can get lost in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good. All right, so now I'm going to cut the notches. I do usually, just stepped on something that really hurt. I do usually kind of, what do you want to do? You want to do like a little, something like that? You know, make something like that, right? I'm gonna cut this part out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to use a bandsaw. I'm not saying that I do. I know these little triangles that I'm cutting out, I can use them. I can use them later. Doing something, you know what I mean? Man, I'll tell you what's crazy. I'm pretty sure looking at the phone is making my eyes bad. That scares the F out of me. So here's my two back pieces. I'll put one going this way. Boom. Probably do this side like that. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I'll put this one on the bottom. Right there. It's dusted. So see these little splinters right here? They make it really hard to paint because those splinters catch the paint. It's not about refining the wood. I could care less about that, but I did find out it's like, well, it's hard to paint those little slivers, so let's just get rid of them. You know, and I guess if I had a bigger piece of wood, I could have made, you know, I mean, technically I could cut that in half, but I don't think they ever need it. It's pretty proportionate. Well, I do have a belt sander, so I could definitely sand that off, but I'm not going to. So we just put a little strip of glue right here. Boom. Now, you know what? That was dumb. Look at my leg falling off. I'm doing this a little fast, but it's okay. I'll fix that leg. That's the good thing about glue. I mean, you can manipulate the glue. Did you see that? Did you see my leg fall off? I'm probably gonna need to do that. Yep. So there's the back of the chair. You see the back right there. And see, the thing about this glue is the glue is going to dry. And I'm going to paint over it. So you're not really going to see it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Jelly bean. All right, let's throw this one on. Then we're going to be done. We're going to let it dry. And the whole process goes like this. If I make one of these, the next one I make, I'll be back. I'll be a little bit back with it. Like I'll remember a little bit more, you know. That's basically it. Now the fun comes when you polka dot them out. And see, I'm gonna have to move this. Probably what I'm gonna have to do is do like this. That's probably what I did. Yeah, see, I'm skipping a step. I would glue all my legs, then I would come back and glue all of these. I'm messing it up. Just cut all that out. This is a mess. All right, I got some serious stuff to talk about these little miniature chairs, though, and about how Willie Massey inspired me to make these chairs. And maybe you'll be inspired to make little things like this after you see this episode. So we're going to catch back up with you on the mic. Sorry that I cuss so much.
God, we better take that tree down.
Okay, can you see me?
Yeah.
All right, make it so you can't see me.
All right, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Folkheads, we have a new number just for you to call in to the podcast. Tell us, how's hard? Okay, tell us a story about picking, or if you know a folk artist, or if you have a question about pottery or folk art that you want to ask Matt, call into this number And you might make it on the podcast, or we might screw it up. Probably, I don't know.